You talked to X-Pac recently, too.
Yeah, he was feeling very honest for some reason.
X-Pac was huge in the WWF.
Yeah.
Did he make it to the WWE when they had to change their name?
Yes.
He was in there for a while?
Yeah. He definitely was, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people know X-Pac, big time, and he was
the 1, 2, 3 kid in another life.
He was wandering through these halls and decided to just open up to Sam.
Well, yeah.
And then no one picked up your interview, by the way. No one's talking about it, and he has some crazy shit to say.
He was stuck in New York, and I guess nobody needed this studio I was in, so he ended up talking to me for 40 minutes about stuff he probably shouldn't have been talking about.
Are you saying all this stuff's worth playing?
Well, I mean, that's why I separated it into whatever maybe...
Should we start with the getting arrested?
That was what was on TMZ recently.
Okay, check this out. X-Pac talking to Sam.
What brings you to New York, first of all?
Well, I was here this past weekend for a... they have conventions, here.
Do they?
Well, they have several in this area.
Yeah.
So I was just here for that, and I did a couple of interviews, shot a couple of interviews, one with Kevin Nash, and ended up getting my wallet stolen by some crazy bitch that fell off the wagon. She started drinking and
China? Oh, you were with her?
Well, no, she was like the limo driver's wife or something crazy.
Boy. At who brought you to the convention?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. And I was at a friend's room. I'm not going to say who it was, and
He's another wrestler, though?
Yeah, we were shooting an interview. And
shooting
the girl
an interview.
Comes out naked, plops on the bed, pissed all over the fucking bed.
What?
Yeah.
That's the limo driver's wife?
Yeah.
And then
the bitch stole my wallet.
How'd she steal your wallet?
Well, I had changed I changed into some shorts.
Uh-huh.
And, my bad.
And there it goes.
You know what? We might have to play a lot of this because this really gives you an insight of what the fuck's going on with these guys.
It really does.
Damn.
And a lot of these guys are just dropping because they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah. He said, what's he doing in a hotel room with something? He's been in the business for as long as he had. He's as old as he is, and he's still shooting interviews in hotel rooms, and naked women are pissing on hotel beds.
On the bed.
What's going on?
Stole his wallet.
He should have made a lot of money
Yeah.
in his heyday. He should be set for a while.
Yeah.
All right, then it continues. X-Pac.
All right, well, that's an interesting story to be.
Yeah, and so, but then I got thrown in jail for 4 hours or something.
Why'd you get thrown in jail
for weed? I had some weed in my pocket.
He's very open.
And all he's doing, he sat down. I didn't pry anything out. I just said, what brings you to New York?
Yeah. And now there's some weed.
Dude, this goes into steroids and drugs, China's clit. And
wow.
Then him, I'll save the last part for last.
Yeah.
Last part for last. That
I had some weed in my pocket going to the airport with no ID, trying to get on the plane. What a
so you
fucking
had no ID,
dumbass,
but you had
right?
weed on you.
God, what a dip.
You hear that? So he has no ID.
Yeah.
And he has weed in his pocket, right?
Yeah. It was at Newark Airport.
On his person, he has fucking weed.
It's in his
but
pocket.
No ID.
No, he doesn't have his wallet. So is it? I guess I haven't known anybody who's gotten arrested at the airport since 9/11. Is it more like? Did they act like it was an urgent thing? Or
no. Well, the cops were like, they weren't really happy with the fact that they even made a big deal about it. It was a TSA, one of those security guys, saving the world from the fucking potheads.
And they were just kind of like, look,
maybe
we
there
gotta
was some
do
fucking
this.
explosives in my weed or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my
God,
God.
I don't know. I've been years and years and never got thrown in jail for weed.
Yeah. Well, how was jail?
Just fine.
It was good.
Yeah, it was no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an inconvenience, and I felt bad wasting. It was a waste of their time.
Mm-hmm.
Really, because I was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Good so far?
What a dolt.
They have to arrest you if you have drugs and no ID.
Yeah.
And he wasn't bluffing because when he got to the building here, I put him in the system, and he couldn't get in. Somebody had to go down and talk to him because he couldn't show the building his ID because he didn't have an ID. Where's this
my
ID?
God.
It got stolen. It was in the
he said
wallet.
That was the crazy chick.
That was drunk
pissing
lady
on the
who
bed.
pissed on the bed.
Okay. Well, now he ramps up the interview with Sam. He just decided to let it all out, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe because no one has asked him a question in 10 years. Said, fuck, finally, someone's asking me a question.
I'll answer everything.
I got some shit to say today.
You've been in the spotlight since 93 pretty much when you popped up in WWF.
At what? I don't think you weren't using steroids then, were you?
No, we were all getting drug tested.
Yeah.
And it was serious because, Vince had, he was indicted for the distribution of steroids and all that. It was a bullshit charge. It was a fucking witch hunt. And so like they were ruling with an iron fist. They were trying to catch. I mean, it wasn't even just random drug tests for the PR purposes. They were like testing us one night and then testing us again the next night.
So they wanted.
God forbid they do that.
Yeah. What the fuck are they thinking?
I was supposed to do our drugs and we keep getting tested.
Yeah, testing.
So
See
they wanted to catch people to like say, look, we're catching people.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. So where was it?
So we were all like, we couldn't smoke weed, couldn't take steroids. But if you had a prescription, you could eat all the fucking pills and drink all the alcohol you wanted.
So is that when the pill thing started?
I I think it's been for, years. And it's not just in wrestling. It's
right.
just, there's a certain mentality of person that ends up being a wrestler.
Wow, this is some good shit.
I was 10 and 12 years old watching these guys wrestle, and now I know they're just sitting there he describes it as eating pills. Like,
yeah, you don't even take them. He's
like they're
eating
Skittles.
pills.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you don't eat Tic Tacs or whatever.
Yeah. He's eating
Imagine if
pills.
you said to someone, I'm eating Tic Tacs.
You're supposed to swallow a pill if you need it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just sit there eating pills.
Yeah.
Like it's cereal.
This is Sam talking to X-Pac
China
a
knows
mere
what
week
she's
ago.
doing there when she's sucking some dick, though, from this video we're watching.
Well, she's watched a lot of people suck her dick, so she picked up
That's probably it.
a few pointers over the years.
Augie has a big one to choke on. What's he got, 6?
More from X-Pac.
So was there any place that it was easier to do steroids than it was in the, mid-90s WWF?
Well, all the
was it
all the
easier to get away with
WCW
it?
guys were able to.
And because they weren't testing? Or
Right.
Just-
They weren't.
sure.
No, I mean, I think they had a policy in place.
but they just, whatever.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess if you say you got arrested,
Uh-huh.
then they would have, just cause to test you. But Vince stopped testing in like 97 because it was costing an arm and a leg. And,
Was he? So everybody in WCW
In his
was using
stupid brain, he's got to think maybe someday, Vince will call me to come back.
I asked him,
What are you doing?
After this, I was like, would you ever return? And he goes, there's no way they would let me back with their whole TV PG and Linda running for office because of the porno movie I was in.
Oh,
So
okay.
what the fuck then?
Yeah, he's going to talk about that in a minute, too. X-Pac.
And all those years, there wasn't really that much of a problem. I guess I say that because I didn't have a problem during the Attitude years. I just smoked weed.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, I didn't notice.
Did you feel
But
like
other
around
guys-
you there was a lot of steroid use in that time?
Oh, I took steroids then.
Yeah, that's when you started.
I took steroids when I first went to WCW.
Okay. Was that just to bulk up?
Yeah.
you didn't want to be the small
Fuck
guy.
yeah, because everybody else was doing it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and for Vince, a couple guys were doing it and getting away with it because they were smart. Mm-hmm. But they were still rolling the dice. They got caught a couple of times.
What about like if you're a more famous guy, like a main event guy? Was it easier to get away with it because they're not going to suspend you because they need you for TV? Or
Maybe. I mean, I can see why some people might think that.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, if I can only say maybe to that because fuck it. Yeah, I'm sure of it. You know that? You know what the fuck am I trying to do here? Fucking tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rules.
He's amazing.
What a fucking expose.
Yeah. He showed up like 20 minutes late, and so I was only going to talk to him for like 10 minutes. And then, thank God, nobody wanted to use that studio because he just kept talking.
What do you think is the motivation behind this?
Nah, he's just out of his
He's
mind.
just stuck in New York,
He's just,
bored.
but he's saying shit that like no one goes on the record saying.
No, he's a mic right in front of him.
Sam is disarming. He's probably like, this
Yeah, look
kid's
at
a
this
little
kid.
college wrestling.
Little
Yeah,
fresh-faced
it's like,
kid.
just a wrestling fan.
Rosy
Just
cheeks. What's
happy to
going to
meet
end up on a
X-Pac.
blog somewhere?
Podcast. I'll talk.
Apple-cheeked little boy of mixed race.
Does he know where this is going to end up now?
Kind of. I mean, on the radio, the big Sirius XM logos on every mic flag.
Oh, but does he realize like that people listen to this show and it ends up on all
Like
the
wrestling fans
Yeah,
listen,
all
and
the blogs
wrestlers listen to this show.
Do they?
If she's
Yeah.
giving him
What
a
wrestlers?
foot job.
Wrestlers I've met, a lot of independent wrestlers I've met, and
Exactly.
older wrestlers know it. I mean, I haven't asked. The
I
new
want to
guys.
lick China's pussy.
Oh God! No, you just want to. You might as well just suck
No, it's a pussy.
X-Pac's dick.
I don't want to suck his dick. I just want her pussy.
No, that's an awful pussy.
She's a wonderful vagina.
It's awful. There's a penis on it.
I applaud it.
There's a mini penis on it.
There is a fucking penis on her vagina.
She talks about that.
Sucking dick. She's dirty.
Or X-Pac talks about China's.
Of course he does.
But first, one more about steroids and drugs here.
Has weed,
It's helped me, and the positives far outweigh the negatives for me.
has
Talking
it
about
kind
weed.
of ever, when you're celebrating or something, veered, you say, well, I'm smoking weed, I can do this, or that doesn't
No, you know what does that? Alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I drink and get drunk,
That's
I'll
when
do
you're like,
anything. You
whatever.
can put meth, coke, anything.
So maybe the booze is,
The booze is the fucking the worst thing going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Booze is way more evil than pot.
Especially when combined with meth
yeah,
and
especially
coke.
since
way
if you
more.
do it, you start doing coke and meth.
Way more evil.
Wow.
X-Pac likes to party.
X-Pac out of control. I would
Yeah.
say.
going.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of people, because it's so right there. You can never totally escape alcohol or
Yeah.
cigarettes because they're everywhere. I think I'm well spoken, fairly. For a
Yeah.
pothead. I mean, I'm not stoned in here right now, but I smoked on, the way here.
You still seem to have your senses
Yeah, I'm
about
fine.
you.
I used to do it 15 minutes before I'd get in the ring.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
and you were always, was there
All
ever,
those matches that people saw me that they said I had a really good match.
Yeah, well, that's why.
In spite of marijuana.
Jesus.
So there you have it. If you ever liked the 1, 2, 3 Kid or X-Pac match, he was stoned while he was doing it.
Fucking stoned.
Yes, he was just high while he was in
Makes
there.
it easier to take bumps, right?
I guess
You'll
so.
take some harder bumps.
But it doesn't. It seems like you might jeopardize the safety of the person that.
He's
Who's
wrestling.
that
Yeah.
Where they're counting on you not to break.
Like when somebody's responsible for dropping you on your head
That's what I was
safely.
gonna say, yeah. Make sure you don't break his neck.
You hope they're not under
You
the
gotta do that
influence
just
of
right,
anything.
right?
Yes.
All right, he moves on to China and the sex tape. This is X-Pac talking to Sam
Right.
about a week ago.
was she crazy? 'Cause
She was a fucking nut before. She just hit it well.
okay, so when
and
she was
then-
in WWE,
Yeah.
WWF, dating Hunter and everything, she was
Yeah.
still crazy.
Yeah, she just hit it very well.
Because it seemed like when she left the spotlight and nobody was around her, that's when she seemed like she was going crazy. But
Well,
she
yeah.
was always
What
crazy.
it was she did the Playboy stuff. She got back into the second Playboy shoot, and that's right around the time I got together with her. And she was running
okay.
around with Hef and all the girls. Like they called it. It was before the Girl Next Door stuff. They called it the Party Posse. It was like 7 bitches, and then most of them were. I think they were all blondes.
Uh-huh.
And they were all doing coke, and I mean not all of them, but
Bunch of
all
them.
of a sudden, this girl Joni that I'd known, as a good friend, sober, always sober
Really?
her whole life, is all of a sudden drinking and snorting coke.
After the
and,
Playboy thing.
yeah,
Wow.
and if you got fucking mental problems, that's really gonna make a move.
He is a rip. He is a pisser.
Yeah.
He's just like, he doesn't get
He's like,
it
fuck
doing
it.
coke and fucking.
He probably knows he's going to die soon, so I might as well get all this on record.
Because I
Wow,
just spent
man.
20 minutes talking about wrestling with him. So I guess he was like, oh, we're just talking about wrestling and talking about whatever. And then he just says that China started doing coke at the
Yeah,
Playboy
coke,
match. I don't know what he's talking about.
Drinking, mental problems.
Wow.
I was at a point in my life where I was pretty pathetic.
Really?
Yeah, and she was very, very had a lot of power and control over me.
Oh, so you were
And-
still dating her at the time when
Yeah,
the tape
totally.
came out.
Sex tape.
Well, sort of. No, when we made it,
Right.
we
Oh, okay.
were
So you're
obviously
talking about when you
together.
made it, and she was like,
Yeah,
"Let's make this."
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'll like try to say, "Oh, it was stolen," and she's such a fucking liar.
She sold it
Of course. Well, we both made money off of it,
Because
but
you
she made a
can't-
lot more than I did.
because it's called China, not
Yeah.
One Night in
And
X-Pac.
she's the one that it was like a freak show, and she got so upset at the artwork on artwork. That's a fucking. That sounds ridiculous. Like, you know, the cover.
The cover of it.
Yeah.
What was she upset about?
The fact that they showed a close up of her clit. Was fucking monstrous. Did she not know that she had a big clit until that fucking moment?
Is that what you were worried about when the tape was coming out? You're like,
I could have
everybody's gonna
sworn.
see her monster.
Oh yeah.
Well.
I don't know. I mean, just don't know what she was thinking.
Holy
I love
shit.
this honesty.
Yeah, dude.
Love
He was.
Did she not know she had a giant clit? Oh man.
And then they moved on to some shit that was happening in Mexico.
Oh, this is yeah,
good?
This is good.
All right, almost done.
What is the story with Juventud Guerrera?
Well, I tried to kill my.
Juventud Guerrera is he was in WCW for a while.
Okay.
And he's a Mexican guy. He's in Mexico wrestling. And there's just some internet story. There were rumors about X-Pac trying to kill himself. Juventud Guerrera telling people about it. Him getting mad at him. So I just figured, since X-Pac was being honest, I just let him.
So X-Pac tried to kill himself. Didn't want anyone to know about it.
That was the rumor, and so I just
And then
figured.
this wrestler blew up his spot.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was. So I figured I'd get some
Gotcha.
confirmation.
What is the story with Juventud Guerrera?
Well, I tried to kill myself.
There you go. I respect.
All right.
Okay.
That's right out there, isn't it?
I was like, okay, how am I going to sort of, goad him into saying
dance
stuff? How am I
around
going?
this.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I just let you talk then.
I respect the honesty. I mean, I hope you're not at that point anymore.
No way, man. This is a few years back.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit my girlfriend. Like I swore I'd never hit a woman.
Uh-huh.
And we were like arguing and fighting, and she was hitting me and broke my kid's picture over her knee, and I fucking let her have it, and I was so like overwhelmed with shame, you know. And
Let her
that was
have
fucked up too.
Uh-huh.
So
So you had your
Did that story come out? The let it.
I
Letting her have
Let
it?
her have it.
kind of, but it was all like sort of internet rumors. There's never any.
I wonder what he did. He must have cracked her right in the fucking
I
mouth.
just punched her in
Like,
the face.
when you say I let her have it,
Yeah.
That's
that
not-
doesn't mean a belly punch or a bitch slap. That's a closed fist punch to the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
fucked up too.
Uh-huh.
So
So you had your emotions.
I was drinking.
flowing?
I was drinking heavy because
And
she
you were
was.
boozing and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, because she wasn't letting me smoke weed, and I hit her, and I went upstairs and I ate a bottle of Valium, like 60 of them.
Jesus
10
Christ.
10.
60 Valium.
I can't even keep up with those.
It's incredible. The life this guy leads still to this day. This is crazy.
Not even second guessing himself or pausing.
No.
No, he doesn't care.
And I ate a bottle of Valium, like 60 of them.
Jesus
10
Christ.
10 megs a piece, and I fucking hung myself from the roof.
Wow.
My apartment in Mexico City, and she came up and found me. I was dead. She revived me and saved my life. So Hoovy comes
for her.
over. Yeah, she's the best, man. She's just the best.
I guess so.
She rules, I guess.
Yeah, she's the best.
At one point, he was feeling so honest. I don't think I have the clip there because there's just so much stuff, but I asked him if he was still in TNA, if he was still doing anything with them, and he just blurts out, yeah, well, I caught hepatitis C. And
Whoa.
okay.
Oh, wow.
How do you get that?
I don't, you have to do it through like
China-like
blood
thing.
transfusion
China's
or
right?
sex.
China's fucking big, giant, nasty,
Juicy.
hot dog clit.
But that's why he can't wrestle, because like nobody's going to wrestle a guy who, if he bleeds, becomes a safety issue.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
So Hoovy comes over, and like I'm telling him, like, you know, I've known the guy for a long time, and he's my friend, and you know, my eyes are all the whites of my eyes are completely blood red. I look like the devil. And,
Because you've just been.
yeah, and so like I would tell Hoovy and his girlfriend what happened, and you know, my girl was going through some custody issues
Okay.
with her son. So this stuff getting out in the public really was not good, and
Sure, yeah, because.
and he tells me, "Oh, don't worry, I won't tell anybody." And he goes on an interview, and without anybody even asking him, he goes, "Oh, did you hear about X-Pac?" And he told the whole fucking story. Well, anyways, my girl ends up losing custody of her son.
Jesus.
And so Hoovie comes,
And everybody's gonna ask you about something
and
you
I
probably
go
want
to
to keep private.
Yeah, and I go to rehab in Houston.
Uh-huh.
It was great. I stayed there 4 months, and
Was it WWE funded rehab?
yeah. It was more of
good.
like a place that would work on your psychological shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I mean, I already know about the drug abuse deal, the addiction stuff.
just
I
need to
needed
get
to
your
work
mind
on the
right.
therapy, on the, you know, like I was sexually abused as a kid.
Really?
Different bullshit. Yeah,
my
it's pretty
God.
much well known now.
Okay. I mean, but now by even more.
You know,
people,
so
I
there's
guess,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
things that you have to deal with that are the cause, the reason why you want to get fucked up in the first place. So-
Yeah.
I had no idea that he was sexually abused as a kid. I don't know what he thinks. Everybody knows this.
You have something in common, at least.
I don't think that's true.
You're the most amazing interviewer ever. You just sit there. You don't have to say anything.
No.
And people just feel compelled to pour shit out.
He's an
to you.
eager-looking boy.
I'm just
Yes.
smiling. You know, I'm excited to be there. And they want to,
Certainly are.
they want to live up to my little
Your
expectations.
boyish expectations.
Yeah. By telling me that one of my favorite wrestlers from when I was a kid is eating 60 pills and was sexually abused and has Hep C.
When he's doing that little X
Suck
thing
it.
on his suck it,
Yeah.
on his fucking cock.
Oh.
He's almost done.
And he hung himself from his ceiling.
Amazing.
Anyways, but I went back to Mexico after I got out, and Hoovie actually, the boss actually down there in Mexico, thought it was a good idea to bring Hoovie in.
After that.
Yeah, and I waited, I you know, like I didn't, like I forgive him, especially now.
Yeah.
But-
you gotta let it go.
Yeah, but at the same time, he was gonna get some kind of retribution.
Uh-huh. And he did, right?
Yeah, I shit in his bag. That's what I heard. And everybody, the whole fucking place, the whole locker room was crazy. It was like their fucking team won the Super Bowl.
Because they knew.
And like I shit in his bag while he was in the ring, and as I'm shitting in his bag, the fucking all the guys in the match with him. He was in a 10-man match, and all the guys are beating the fuck out of him for real. Like they're walking up and just punting him in the fucking
They
head.
knew what you did.
They hated him for their own reasons.
Jesus. He just doesn't make friends.
Oh my God.
He's just getting the shit kicked out of him in the ring.
And he's shitting in his bag.
That's why if you're a wrestler, like, you should really try not to piss everybody off.
No.
Because then they go in the ring with you and they just beat you up for real.
And
They just start
really
punching
beat
you as
you.
hard as they can.
You could go, oh, sorry, I missed that one.
Danny just brought up some great pictures of X-Pac with a bunch of kids.
Hanging with the kids.
And they're doing the suck it X thing with the arms.
There he, oh, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
He's
Look
so
how stoned he is.
He's got to be in that picture.
Oh, my God.
And finally, one more clip from X-Pac.
Has he ever tried to...
Fuck no.
He just said,
he
"Alright."
did get his ass beat though, coming in the back trying to accuse Conan.
Oh, when he got
Yeah,
back?
so Conan and this guy Jack Evans are beating Hoovie up. And
Yeah.
everybody's pretending like they're trying to break it up, but they're fucking punching him too.
Just
you
a
know?
locker room brawl, but like a real
Yeah,
locker
and there's
room.
like somas falling all over the floor, and people are scattering and jumping, fucking trying to, you know, pick
Like-
up the somas.
like
Like,
poker chips lost
Yeah.
at a casino. Everybody's picking up the pills. Oh, my God. You know what somas are?
No.
They're muscle relaxers.
Oh, God.
They're just pills. They're muscle relaxers. Wow. They're pills that I guess a lot of these wrestlers love to indulge in.
There's a little insight into
Look at X-Pac and that
a
little
wrestler's
baby.
life.
Probably punch one of those girls in the face after that.
Wow, I'd love to be a wrestler.
Oh,
To the
yeah,
victors
look at
go to
that.
spoils.
Yes, there's little kids.
You recognize the
all
blonde
around
on the
them.
left there, Uncle Paul?
Yeah, that's Teddy. That's Teddy and his little brother.
I think they're all girls.
They're not all girls. The one on the other side's the girl. She's kind of tomboyish.
Yeah, a little bit.
She likes to play basketball.
Yeah.
Have her socks taken off.
And you play with their feet.
No, you just coochie coo. You tickle them in a tub.
You're fucking creepy.
Oh, Uncle Paul, my feet are dirty. So you wash them.
Well, that sounds very nice of you.
Get them in a tub. Clean their feet good. Take Take your shorts off.
Why, to clean their feet?
Let me kiss your toes.
Oh, man. You are really going.
It's more creepy than the bed bugs. That's more creepy than the bed bugs.
Oh, yeah, they all had to stay in my bed because they all had bed bugs in their cribs.
Their cribs.
They said, come in here so there's no bed bugs.
Yeah, good thing, right?
Sure.
Thank God. Thank God.
Sure.
No bed bugs for the kids, huh?
Yeah. And then them goddamn parents are accusing me of things. Saying, how come he ain't walking right? I don't know. I didn't do nothing.
He didn't
Bunch
do
of
nothing.
lies. Those damn Dinar tests. They said my Dinar was on the boy's hiney. I don't know what that means.
He gets so creepy and then angry.
He sure does. All right, well, there's your X-Pac interview from Sam from about a week ago.
Wow, Sam.
But he said people were picking up. He said wrestlers were picking up pills like poker chips falling on the floor at a casino, and everybody
Yeah.
grabbing them. Not chip.
He
He also said that when he was the 1, 2, 3 kid, he was making $150,000 a year, but all his travel expenses had to come out of that. Hotel, airfare.
Oh, really?
You know they make wrestlers work on the road. Like
yeah,
you have to
you're
tour.
constantly
Yeah,
on
that's
the
why.
road.
That's why
That's your money.
you hear it time and time again where they room together in really shitty hotels and motels, and I always wondered why. And
That's what
that's
McFoley
the
said.
reason. It was McFoley.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the reason you want to save your fucking cash.
Yeah. McFoley's very excited about coming in here.
Good.
Except I told him it's October 1st, so
Oh boy.
we'll see.